We have the video. We're back. Yay.
Alright. Who do we want to ask what?
I don't know. You can test your theory out on Lacey and Jasmine.
I'm Lacey Hendricks. So you don't know about me then?
No, I just showed up here. Who the fuck are you?
Robbie's patient treatment method is unusual.
Yeah, no one
Where
about
to
you.
start? My next door neighbour in Jobson Hill, where I live, she was murdered.
Oh yeah,
80,
Faye.
and they diversion burgled her.
What?
But she was wise to it and started calling the police. They slit her throat with a bread knife.
Mm-hmm.
So I started a neighbourhood watch.
Okay.
Have you
It
killed
was me
anyone
and
on your
Agnes.
neighborhood watch?
Everyone else thought we were overreacting. They want their poor Agnes.
Agnes? No, what happened to Agnes? Lacey, what's
She
wrong
went
with
missing,
Agnes?
and still is. And that's what people think. But it's not the truth.
What's the truth? Tell me. What's the truth?
It killed them.
What did?
It looks normal enough. A smartly dressed door-to-door saleswoman. I know because I heard my other neighbours shout at her. No Jehovah's! They think anyone knocking is a Jehovah. But she said she was selling double glazing.
Don't you go wow.
I don't know. I didn't answer the door. Best not to nowadays. But I watched her go to Agnes's.
Did she open the door?
Poor Agnes. She let her right into her house.
No. What happened then?
I could only see the silhouette. It turned from a person into a, well, it looked like, I guess you'd call it a Medusa.
Mm-hmm, like lots of tentacles.
Snakes for her face.
Oh. Yeeg.
And Agnes just fell to the floor. A few minutes later, the woman left, smiling like the cat that got the cream.
Yeah,
Ooh.
she got yigged.
That was the end of Agnes.
Agnes got yigged.
For those who are not brushed up on their Lovecraftian elder things.
I saw it with my own eyes. What more proof do I need?
Or like a photograph? Or like
You're
a video?
starting to sound like Dr. Dekker. He didn't believe me either.
Right. Okay.
Alright.
So about Dekker.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me. He thought I was having a hallucination caused by the stress of my neighbour being so brutally murdered.
But what about Agnes?
Where is Agnes, though?
Yeah, where's Agnes?
I haven't found her, have they?
No.
Have they?
Have they?
Everyone was talking about Hellblade, but that was just Ninja Theory's clever rebranding of DMC's Limbo.
What? We actually do want to play Hellblade on this, because Hellblade's really cool.
Yeah.
But... what are you doing?
We could just tell her they found Agnes. She'd probably leave.
Probably.
What were you doing on
I
Valentine's
was at
Day?
Henley Church. They had a service that ran right up till midnight.
Okay.
For us less fortunates without a love in their life.
That's a thing?
Well, now.
Oh. Were you and
Do you
Agnes?
have someone, Doctor?
You and Agnes kind of a thing?
Do you have a love in your life?
Ask her if she was dating Agnes. Did you love Agnes?
Ratatosk Games is really exploring mental health by playing a doctor solving a murder while allowing the commenters to insert persecutory
Delusions. I mean, yeah, that's, did you love
She went missing.
Damn it. Really wanted that to be a thread.
Did you love Doctor?
Dr. D.
Dekker.
I didn't have much luck with him, like I said. He didn't believe me.
He didn't believe her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, say no. Say no. She can relate to us.
You should come with me one night. It's a lovely way to
Why
meet
are
new
all
people.
of our patients hitting on us? Are we, like, super hot? Sure, let's say no.
We're Cthulhu.
We're Cthulhu.
We're just sitting here like tentacles. We're not even asking questions. We're just projecting the questions into their mind. That's why we don't have a voice actor. Do you want us to say we found her?
No, say no. We want her to
They
be on our
haven't
good
found
side.
her because that thing ate her.
Yeah, probably.
Or made her disappear or something. Her useless husband managed to survive unscathed, though.
It really sounds like you're in love with Agnes.
Don't know much about him. Other than the fact that he looks at me like I'm 6 foot under every time we meet.
Because you're in love with Agnes?
He doesn't seem too bothered she's gone missing either.
Oh.
He did at first, when the police were crawling around. But now they've gone, that stopped.
Interesting.
If I hadn't seen that thing eat her, I'd...
Huh.
No. He's a Weasley little man who spends far too much time in his garden. It's probably like the
Ooh.
National Trust back
Burying bodies in his garden, that's a real
Constant
thing.
Digging and building, pruning and sawing.
Okay, come up with some questions.
What a thing to say! Why would you say that? I kept watching the front door after that saleswoman had left and nothing. She didn't leave, and you can't get out the back since the council sold the garage block. Ron's a gardener, not a killer.
But maybe a barrier?
Unless... Agnes said Ron was laying the foundations for a new greenhouse. You don't think...
I mean, if the gardener has a dead body...
I need to call the police. I need to call them now.
Oh, okay.
This is gonna go great.
But they won't listen to me.
Probably not.
I tried to tell them about the monster, but they didn't believe me. They won't believe me about this, I promise you.
It is more believable than the Medusa.
Please, could you call them, Doctor?
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor. Now give me a pen and I'll write down the details for you.
What details?
Don't you want to know why Dr. Dekker called me the Leech Lady?
Yeah. I very much want to know why he called you the Leech Lady.
He said that I leech thoughts from people.
What?
Suck 'em right out of their heads.
What does that mean?
And I can put thoughts in there, too. I'm not that clever, though, am I, Doctor? I mean, it's not as if I was having an affair with Ron and Agnes was in the way and needed to disappear. So I made this story up. I mean, what do you think I do for a living anyway?
What? You sell double glazing? Oh my god, yes.
Doctor, you're so good. We're going to get on just fine.
So now she's green.
So we got the important information. Is that...
Yeah? I think there are no questions currently available. So yeah, getting them to green is what we want to do. This is odd.
But so she is the Medusa lady?
I think?
Shit.
She's her own Medusa lady?
She had to separate from... But she said she has no one in her life anymore. She's inconsistent. Anyway, let's do Jasmine.
Alright.
I'm Jasmine. I don't come in that often. What happened to Dr. Dekker?
He got stabbed. He got stabbed. Stabbed.
Oh. When? How?
Stabbed.
Sorry, you probably don't know, do you?
No, I do.
In
He was
this
stabbed.
chair. He was stabbed. In this, well, not this chair.
Yeah. No,
The police took that chair away.
Tell her he was stabbed. Oh,
Ouch.
See, we fucking know. Yeah, we
Didn't
know.
really know him that well. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on Valentine's Day now.
Why do you bring that up?
We didn't say shit about Valentine's Day.
We did not say shit about Valentine's Day.
You're suspicious.
Oh, she might know when he was killed.
How? She didn't know he was killed.
She said what? I guess she said what happened to Doctor. How did she not know he was killed, though? Everyone knew he was fucking
She's
killed.
the only one who came in and pretended she did not know he died.
What is wrong with you,
And she skipped straight to Valentine's Day. We'll see, because everyone seems to have some supernatural shit going on.
Yeah, let's see.
When you see a painting, it stands still.
Oh, she's the Harry Potter painting girl.
When I see one, it's moving. Like a mini film. Like little vines.
Mm-hmm.
But when there's a person
Vine is
in
dead.
the painting.
Yeah, it is.
But when there's a person on the painting...
They watch me.
Also, you did ask her what she was doing
Normally
on Valentine's Day, right? Or did you ask her what's wrong with her? Yeah, okay.
Vines don't move.
I did not say anything about Valentine's Day. Now, it is possible that videos got queued in a different, out of order, but it is worth noting, because if that was intentional, she knows more than she should. That she's planning.
No, yeah, I was just thinking because I thought, you had asked her about Valentine's Day and she started talking about what was wrong with her.
No, I did not ask her about Valentine's Day.
Because they don't think I know how to appreciate art. Because I'm too young.
How young are you? You look like 40.
Yes, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be working in an art gallery. I love art. I love paintings.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, they move for me.
So creepy.
When I want them to, normally. When I want to really get inside what's going on. But some paintings, I can't stop.
Ooh. Which paintings?
I've been working on portraits at home, outside work.
Uh-huh.
But my paintings aren't so good. Nowhere near Providence standard.
I don't know what that means.
I painted a man, Dorian.
Uh-huh.
You know, after Dorian Gray.
Uh-huh.
Yep, I'm familiar.
What about Dorian?
I wanted to try and capture someone aging, so I divided the face into thirds and painted a boy, his father, and his grandfather in each third.
That's cool.
It was hideous.
Oh. Shit.
And it started talking to me.
Oh, no. No. Like what thirds? Like top, middle, bottom? Or like left, middle, right?
Ugly. That I have no talent. Nothing will become of me. Is that true, Doctor?
Probably not. You should type in probably not.
Beats me.
God damn it. This is not as good a system as... What is that game?
Guard.
I heard so many times
Ask
about wretched
her
paint story.
about
It's in my head.
Valentine's
No.
Day.
But thank you.
The one where you're talking 0 Point Horizon to an AI on a
Event
station.
Zero.
Event Zero. I don't think... Yeah.
He was shy. And then less so. When I told him about my problem, he told me to set fire to it.
To Dorian.
Yeah, he could have been more specific.
Could he?
I tried to set fire to Providence.
Is that the museum?
At that time, I thought the only way to fix my problem was to set fire to the entire art gallery.
Why?
Several paintings didn't make it. Luckily, my boss didn't press charges. The police did arrest me, though.
What do you mean he didn't press charges? Do you work at some shitty little, like, local artist?
My boss,
okay,
Petra.
nothing shitty about local
She's
artists,
just lovely
but...
like that. Providence has gone through some tough times, and I've only been there a year.
But she didn't fire
She
you for
invested her life
setting
savings,
fire
and
to the
still
museum.
not making any money.
Yeah.
What is
Such
happening?
a sweet lady. You'd do anything for her.
What the fuck? No, get out. She's keeping you there for some reason. Did Petra ask you to set fire to Providence?
Dr. Dekker told me to burn it. It was nothing to do with Petra.
Fucking Dekker. Of course he did.
No. Why are you saying that? I don't even know if Petra has insurance.
I mean, she'd be pretty dumb if she didn't have insurance.
I already ripped up the painting. It screamed as I cut it. And now whenever I close my eyes, I can see it, hear it. I need the tablets, Doctor. I need them.
Tablets? Is that medicine? Ancient tablets or like medicine tablets?
Temazepam?
Yeah.
The sleeping tablets.
There we go.
The ones you gave me last time.
I mean, I didn't give you anything last time.
Dr. Dekker gave them to me. They helped. I know it's in my head. I know paintings can't talk. What's wrong with me, Doctor? Why do I do this?
Do what? Burn down museums? What were you doing on Valentine's Day?
We had a display in the gallery based on Love Conquers All, so I had to work. Mainly it was a collection of giant hearts sat on things.
That sounds tacky.
I ran into another patient, Bryce. I'd never really spoken with him before, but he's quite an art critic.
That's
Well,
like...
let's see if his
I couldn't get rid of
out.
him until I finished work at...
Bryce is the grave digger with the camera, right?
There's actually another guy. Takes over on the night shift. I'm not sure if he kept talking to Bryce, though. Providence is open 24 hours.
Oh, he was there during the midnight hour then.
Yeah. She said she got off work at 11, and the body was found at 10:30. Was it 10:30 that night or the next morning? It was night shift guy.
It was like a night cleaner.
So...
There's not much to tell. I knew he was a patient here. I'd seen him in the waiting room a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
He likes art, and talking, and talking.
Right?
And
Oh my
looking
god.
down here instead of up.
I know, he just is always staring at my chest the whole time.
Thank you, Doctor. I'll think about that. And the prescription, please?
Okay.
Alright. So. Well, may as well follow up with Bryce now.
Oh, hey, Bryce.
There's something I want to tell you about.
Sure.
Something else that's wrong with me.
Oh, okay.
I think I've been getting a bit out of control in my hour.
What
Werewolf?
did you do? You're also a werewolf.
When I first got the hour, I was shocked, obviously.
Uh-huh.
It took me a while to work out that everyone was frozen and only I could move.
Like, how long?
Because I live on my own.
Oh, gotcha.
What would you do, Doctor, if you had an hour where everyone was frozen?
Probably sleep.
Go to a fairground?
No, sleep. Steal things. Spy on people, they're all frozen. I'd go to a fairground. I don't know. Could steal things from shitty people, but it
I
doesn't...
mean, I'd help people, but I'm also lame.
How would you help people? Like, steal things
I don't
and
know.
give it to them?
That's... You're very swayed by the I'd steal things.
I mean, I'm just like, what can you do with an hour where time is frozen that is not stealing things?
I don't know, I'd get creative. It just occurred to me, I'd build escape rooms around people, and then have them, like, come out of it and just be in an escape room and be like, the fuck?
You would bury them in your cemetery,
Oh my God.
wouldn't you, Doctor?
Oh, wait, all the escape rooms would be around their beds, though. They'd all be in bed. Unless it was Friday or Saturday. It'd be at a bar. And then you build an escape room.
Yeah.
You only have an hour, though. That's, like, impossible.
You do a lot of the
all
design and
pieces.
prop work and stuff ahead of time.
Okay, sure, but then you have to transport it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's doable.
I
Depending
don't-
on how complex
far
you make the room.
and how far away they are.
Yeah. But I do think it would be funny. It'd be something to try at least once.
At least once. Sure.
Like,
I did see a woman who was having her purse snatched.
Oh,
So I gave her purse back.
nice.
And the crook,
Did you pull his pants down?
I placed him on a bus a few blocks away. I had no idea where it was going.
You're pretty strong.
She'd never really be able to thank me, so...
So?
A
took
grave
another
is
picture.
like an escape room, isn't it, Doctor?
well,
He took a picture. Did he take a picture of, like... Are you being creepy? He said I took another picture. Ask
Yeah.
him what did you take a picture of? What did you take a picture of?
it's the musical
What?
version of the game.
Did you take a picture of? What did you take a picture of?
I took a picture after undressing her.
God damn
I
it.
put her clothes back on before time resumed.
No.
To be honest, there wasn't much to take off and put on.
No.
Do you know what kind of girls walk around at midnight?
Bryce, no. Where were you on Valentine's Day, you little shit?
I spent most of Valentine's Day at
Don't
the art
end a
gallery. Well, the
sentence
evening
with
part,
the
anyway.
preposition, Doctor.
They had a display with the theme Love Conquers All. I didn't get most of the
This
paintings,
displeases
but they
the
were well
voice.
done.
I thought that most of the thing was just hearts mounted on things.
Yeah.
Whatever. You seem preoccupied.
Sometimes I see a girl standing behind you.
Oh.
I don't know who it is. I don't know what you're asking me either.
Okay.
You can say, like, tell me about the girl behind me.
It's me.
Tell me about the girl that you see behind me. Tell me.
Sorry, Doctor, I dozed off there.
No.
Possibly a relative of yours.
Oh, you see dead
Possibly
people?
a patient that died here. I'm not sure. She doesn't normally say anything.
Normally, but she does sometimes. Did she say something? What did she say?
Only to you, Doctor.
Nope. I dug the grave for Dr. Dekker. I helped carry his coffin to the burial site. Do you know what?
What?
It didn't weigh enough to have a body in it. Why do you think that is?
I am Dr. Dekker.
Dun dun dun! Because Dekker isn't dead? Because he wasn't
you
just...
are Dr. Dekker.
Because he wasn't just stabbed, he was...
No. The coffin wasn't empty. There was something in it.
I told you.
A decoy, I'd imagine.
He eats them.
Oh, that's fair. You did tell us that.
I'm guessing he was buried somewhere else. Or cremated. Somebody somewhere didn't want his body going in the ground.
Huh.
Do you want to be cremated or buried, Doctor?
Cremated. Cremated.
Both.
Oh.
No.
That's a good choice, Doctor. Less work for me.
Right, well, I don't want you handling my dead body
I
want to
be a tree. You know the things,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want. I like that. There's still all these.
There's still a lot to ask
Robbie
him
would
about.
steal things.
Yes, I would steal
You should
too.
have said
And I have stolen.
I'd go to a fairground.
I ran out of milk, so I thought I'd go to the local all-night shop and get some more. I was absolutely intending to pay, but when I got there, everyone was frozen.
I mean,
I thought about leaving money on the counter,
probably
but
steal
that
some
seemed weird.
snacks and stuff.
The cashier would wake and suddenly this money would have appeared from nowhere. But I've stolen bigger things.
Oh? What else have you stolen, Bryce? Ask him what he's stolen.
That was just an example, Doctor. I'm sure you can come up with more exciting things to do than that.
What have you stolen?
Return what you have stolen.
What have you stolen?
What have you stolen?
Yes.
Oh, whatever.
What
Yeah,
big
just spy.
things? What big things have you stolen? What big
things have you stolen?
things
He stole those
have you
pants.
stolen?
They are way above a grave
From
digger's
stealing
pay
milk,
grade.
I moved on to petrol. From petrol, well, all those supermarkets have all kinds of electricals, so I've stolen quite a lot of that.
It's an electrical, like
I'm
electronic.
not proud. I think I've been doing it because I can. To prove to myself, either way, my extra hour is actually real.
Cool.
These guys looking at something behind me. Yeah, we do. I do want to get more on.
I mean, you could ask more about the girl behind you.
What does the girl look like?
Say the girl behind me. I'm sure this has to do with, like, keywords and shit.
Yeah.
Possibly a relative.
Cannot be described.
What does the girl behind me say?
Possibly a relative.
Okay, whatever, I guess.
I guess we'll say spying on people.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. There's a young mother, divorced,
You
who lives
No.
up
so
Sydney.
deeply, Doctor.
Jessica.
No,
She's
Bryce.
friendly and says
No.
hello to me, smiles.
Bryce, this is bad.
I've always wondered
This
what
is
she
not-
looks like,
The thing I do.
naked.
You can't do this,
So
Bryce.
1 hour, I broke into her house. She was standing in her bedroom. I took it as a sign.
What?
I took
No.
off her clothes.
Bryce. No.
I took photos of Jessica when she was naked.
Bryce,
When I'd stripped her.
you obviously know
When
this
she was
is
naked
bad.
and frozen.
That's why you're
I
so
didn't want to have to do it
uncomfortable.
again, to strip her again.
No, you shouldn't.
So I took pictures to remind myself what she looked like.
No.
That's wrong, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's
Doctor?
super wrong. Jesus Christ.
I know. It's that bloody Dr. Dekker.
What?
He made me this way. It's all his fault.
Did Dekker just like give people superpowers?
Ask him. What did Dekker do?
Like I
He's
said,
lying.
I originally presented with
He
depression.
just
And
wears
everything was
the
going
clothes.
well for a while. Then, I'm pretty sure he wasn't listening half the time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he wanted to know about his patients anymore. But when he did give you advice,
Wait, what did he do?
He told me to use my imagination, to make something up, to think something crazy, and it would become real. He told me to think of a way to get more time.
So you only gave yourself an hour?
But he pushed me. He made me think it.
You kind of have a small mind, Bryce. You should have, like, combined your power with the Groundhog the Groundhog dudes. And you could just...
Because you have to hope, don't you, Doctor? It's only the power of hindsight that made me realize how toxic it all was. And after a point, you go too far to be able to come back anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you get rid of the pictures. That's a good place to start.
That wretched bit goes on 24/7.
Things is easy.
25/7, if you ask me.
Dr. Dekker is reasonable.
Your patient, Nathan, caused quite a stir.
Nathan?
He interrupted one of the female students all night, apparently. Made her miscategorize some findings, going on about his dead girlfriend. It's amazing what you hear at the coffee machine. Well, I suppose that's a bonus.
Nathan,
We're allowed to use their coffee machine while they're there.
Nathan walked up to a person excavating and just started talking about his dead girlfriend? I don't know, I guess if you're groundhogging
You should also think the things you are told, Doctor.
Yes, I suppose I've destroyed a few things whilst in the hour. You can be the perfect supervillain. Nobody knows it was you.
Okay, but you could also be superhero.
Okay. So I may want to come back to him after talking to...
Yeah, you may learn something else about him.
Yeah,
so you could talk to Nathan. Maybe find out more.
Hello again, Doctor.
Hey.
I had a bit of a shaky loop incident, but let's not talk about it. Yesterday, I set fire to Hannah's clothes in the garden.
Is that...
I just wanted the day to move forward. I instantly regretted it. And lo and behold, here we are, a new day. Hannah's clothes are a pile of ashes.
Why did you say you didn't want to talk about it and then talk about it? I mean, I was going to make you talk about it, but...
I've kept almost all of her stuff as she left it. It's just the clothes. I've decided to burn those yesterday, so here I am. Hannah loved clothes. Every season, she'd donate her entire wardrobe to some charity or another.
Oh, that's nice.
And only buy stuff she loved.
What did you guys do for a living?
I was left with winter. I don't even know what her favourite season was. Does it matter? What's your favourite season, Doctor?
Fall.
I thought you'd be an autumn person. That means you're supposed to be grounded and productive.
Says who?
Yeah,
And
says
you
who.
like your space.
You don't know me.
Fuck
off, Nathan.
Who's the therapist? What did Dekker think of you?
Dr. Dekker felt that Hannah was holding me back. The memories of Hannah. In his opinion, I was holding on to the past. So I guess he cursed me. That's even a thing.
To relive days over and over? He did that to make you forget? Or I guess if you have to burn her clothes.
Yeah, I was gonna say to move forward.
But like Dekker dying, he moved forward 2 weeks. That had nothing to do
Yes, Dr. Dekker cursed me. I don't really want to talk about it, but let's just say I blame him for the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
Can you give me some advice, Doctor?
Only if you tell me about why you think Dr. Dekker
I've been
cursed
trying
you.
to think how I can get past today. I've come up with a couple of choices. I could set fire to Hannah's photographs. I've got them in Dropbox anyway. But setting fire to the clothes did the trick. Or setting fire to a rocking chair. She sounds like an old lady, but she loved that rocking chair, which I've not sat in since.
Maybe just sit in it.
Which one do you think's best?
Sit in it, yes. Sit in the chair.
Set fire to the rocking chair. I never like the way it moves forwards and backwards. Forwards and backwards.
As rocking
Well,
chairs
it definitely thought I said to set fire to it. So.
Yeah.
The
system is not perfect.
Yeah. Never liked that shifty rocking chair.
Backwards and forwards.
I was at Henley Church on Valentine's Day, visiting Hannah's grave. It was the anniversary of her death. Her parents wanted a huge funeral with all the trimmings. Hannah would never have gone for it.
Heard as he
It does give me somewhere to visit. I got to write the epitaph. We walk alone without our angel. I left Henley Church about 11 o'clock on Valentine's Day. I was talking to an archaeologist who said they'd uncovered some fossils resembling a strange cephalopod-like creature. Strange place to find an octopus, really.
A Cthulhu? A little Cthulhu?
Do you think I've got something to do with Dr. Dekker's murder? Maybe you should ask your assistant who Dekker saw that day.
Sure. Also, did you see Bryce?
Well, yeah, this is one of the things I was wondering, but I was also wondering how, because he said he was there till 11, which...
I've been alone since Hannah. I can't imagine anyone ever replacing her. Not that I've looked. Do you think I should look for someone else? Thanks, Doctor. I appreciate that.
No
I
problem.
still don't think I'm ready to move forward in that respect.
What? Oh, yeah.
I'm not religious.
why
But when I
you
read
have
Hannah's epitaph, I knew her
church.
parents would want some acknowledgement of the great bearded one. But
What?
she was an angel to me.
Oh, God.
She was an angel to everyone.
The great bearded one, I would immediately, like, picture Davy Jones. I was like, is that a Cthulhu reference? Like, which is frankly silly.
So let me jump back to Bryce real quick. No, okay.
What were you doing at the time of Dekker's murder?
Yeah, I think he's gonna get mad.
It was a missed call. It was Valentine's Day, so I wasn't in the mood for conversation.
Well, okay. What's a cephalopod?
She was interested. Maybe I misread. Maybe she was just being kind. I suppose most women wouldn't enjoy me talking about my dead ex for hours.
It's a little off the cuff.
I like winter. Being snowed in with Hannah. Just the two of us. It's paradise.
What's a cephalopod?
It's a sea creature, like an octopus. I suppose they find dinosaur bones everywhere. Just because we're on land now doesn't mean millions of years ago this place wasn't at the bottom of an ocean.
So an octopus has, like, a beak and that's it. There are cephalopods with other hard surfaces that could leave fossils.
Oh.
But an octopus just has the beak. I think. And maybe I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I mean, I guess we'll
She's
go.
dead. Thanks for bringing that up.
You're welcome. Mariana.
Lewis.
Okay. Are you
A werewolf mermaid.
werewolf
Mermaid.
mermaid?
Why wolf?
I don't know. I like it when you ask me how I am.
How are you?
How are you?
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session, and no blackouts,
Cool.
new doctor, and new hope. You're much better behaved than Dr. Dekker.
What does that mean? What did Dekker do?
We went out for drinks. Didn't you know?
Dekker.
He said it was a breach of something or the other.
Yeah.
I can be pretty persuasive when I want to be.
Yeah, no, it's not. I better behaved.
Dr. Dekker dated his patients.
What?
That's not good behavior.
Like a few of
Is
them?
it?
Or just you? I don't know if you dated. Which patients?
I think her name was Scarlett?
Oh.
One of his patients. An older woman.
Who the fuck is Scarlett?
Guess that's how he liked them.
Did you just go out for drinks?
Yeah, drinks. I think Dr. Dekker ordered neat whiskey. I had water. I don't drink.
How are you, persuasive? What were you doing on Valentine's Day? How do you feel not going to the beach?
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day. It wasn't a date or anything. I noticed in our sessions that he'd been acting a little strange.
She goes to clubs for cheap vodka shots, but doesn't drink.
Yeah, we had the whole conversation. Yeah, she was, because, so yeah, either she's like buying drinks for other people or just wants to be around drunk people. It's possible that she's lying.
I know, it's pretty hard to believe, isn't it? I feel pretty ugly. But I think I have a nice smile.
What question did you ask?
How are you persuasive?
Oh. You're not ugly.
Lots of people find me attractive, but I've seen something truly beautiful.
A mermaid werewolf?
Makes me feel dull by comparison.
What beautiful scene?
I have a recurring dream where I find something beautiful in the sea. But I don't know you that well yet, Doctor.
What?
Let's wait a while before I tell you my most intimate secrets.
Sorry to cut in, Doctor.
Damn it,
I've just had a phone call from a solicitor. Ben's trying to sue us for nervous shock. Should I go and see him to talk it out, or should I find a solicitor to represent us? Sorry to be pushy, I just think we should act quickly before it's too late.
You are so extra, Jaya.
So just let me know.
She's super extra, but I love it.
Also, a solicitor? Does that mean like a lawyer or something? Okay. She was like, I just got a call from a solicitor, and I was like, hang up, bitch! Just tell them we don't want any!
I didn't do anything on Valentine's Day. I washed my hair, and then I walked along the beach for the whole night. It's actually true.
It's actually true.
I saw one of your patients, actually. The nurse.
Oh, shit.
She was on the pier with someone. Pretty much all of the night, too, so I can vouch for her, even though she probably didn't see me.
Creepy.
Small world, all of our patients just running into each other.
All the time. It could be
very
a small
convenient
town.
The night of the murder.
It could be a small town.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't really have context for that.
We don't know where the fuck we are.
I haven't been back to the beach since our last session. Kind of missed it. You do something a lot, you're gonna miss it. I suspect I'll go back there soon, but it's helped with the blackouts.
That's nice.
Wouldn't you like to know?
Kind of.
Is our session up now?
Your little light isn't green. So no. Were you really washing your hair? Have you been dancing?
I've danced around in my living room, but no clubs since last time. I like dancing around in my underwear. Sometimes less.
Yeah, it is your profession, is what I have gathered. Were you seeing seeing Dekker? Like dating?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's...
I mean, she said no.
Yeah, I know. Thinking... Yeah.
I wonder if we can ask her about the vodka. What about the vodka, though? What about the vodka, though?
No idea. Is that a dance move?
No. It's an alcoholic beverage that you brought up.
Maybe you could say, like, you said you didn't drink?
Why don't...
She's lying. Get the silver bullets.
That's not a mechanic.
I guess it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Funko is launching adorable cereal boxes with iconic pop culture figures on every box.
Don't ask me. Some girls say that they're washing their hair when they don't want to go out, but I was genuinely washing my hair.
What?
Do you think my hair is pretty, Doctor?
Sure. Fine, I guess. Why do you ask? Why?
I'm insecure, Doctor. Isn't it obvious?
I kind of feel like you're not.
It's such a mess. But thank you.
I kind of feel like you're trying to drag me into the ocean and turn me into a
People
werewolf
are
mermaid.
quick to put labels on everything. I suppose Dr. Dekker was more than just a therapist to me. We had a lot of things in common, but we weren't seeing each other.
Are you seeing anyone at the moment?
I'm not seeing anyone at the moment. Are you offering, Doctor?
No. Tell her no.
It sounded like an offer to me, Doctor.
You're wrong. You're just bad at reading the moods and situations.
I'm trying to figure out if you murdered people. But
I want to do the nurse.
yeah, I think Elin. Thank you. Elin's one of my favorites.
I haven't had a great day, to be honest. Someone accused me of stealing from my patients, which I would never do.
No, just kill them, right?
Plus, Hilda's getting worse.
Who's Hilda? Oh, Hilda's the
Patient,
crotchety
yeah,
woman.
Shouldn't think had a lot of time left.
The one who you're killing.
Hilda's the one I mentioned in our last
Yeah.
session. She's dying. I can tell.
Yeah.
I need to see her before it's too late.
Oh man, Elin. You gotta stop killing people.
Help her finish her unfinished business. People who are dying always have things they wish they could do before they go. We leave a lot of loose ends in our lives. We're very messy that way.
Cool.
Hilda wants to see her daughter. She's in Australia, so I'm going to have to use my talent.
What talent? What talent?
I can change my skin.
What?
What I look like.
Shit.
I can turn into a patient's loved one. I just hold their hand and ask them to imagine that the person they want to see is sitting right here next to them, and I become them.
And then you drain their life force and kill them.
It's how I help them move on. That's how I comfort them. I only shift at work to help my patients.
She is one of
I don't
the
have
rare
any interest in
mediums
using
who
it as a
can
party trick
channel
or to deceive
Australians.
anyone.
Good one, Steven.
I don't know if anyone didn't catch that. He wrote, she's one of the rare mediums that can channel Australians.
Yeah.
Bite me again. I will fight you.
This? Well, it started with this. It's a locket. Alice, one of my patients, gave it to me before she died.
Oh, but did she think she was giving it to you? Or the person you shapeshifted into?
Is it the locket what helps her shapeshift? What was the question you asked?
What were you accused of stealing?
Oh.
And she said one of her patients gave that to her. So I think the patients are giving her things, but they're meaning from them.
Or at least this thing.
I have a few other things. A watch. A ring. One patient gave me a little china bird. They're not valuable. Just trinkets, really.
But they're meaningful.
Whatever.
Strictly speaking, all of the patient's belongings should be passed on to family members after they die. But Alice's son never visited. He didn't care about his mum. Why would he care about some worthless piece of jewellery? It just doesn't feel right to me. What do you think, Doctor?
I think you shouldn't steal from people.
To keep the locket.
Probably. Don't tell her that.
I mean, I don't know. This is a little bit of a... This one's more fun and morally gray than some of the other ones. Not some of the other ones. Some of them are not morally gray. Your... patients know
Do your patients know they're dying? That they're giving? Do your patients know that they're giving their things to you?
I don't really have anything to tell you about that.
I don't know, just tell her if it's right or wrong to keep the lockout.
I mean, I'd be inclined to say no on this one.
Then say no.
Thank you, Doctor. That makes me feel much better. I shouldn't let what Terry says bother me so much.
What are you doing on Valentine's night?
Actually, I had a hot date.
Didn't you say you were
It
married
wasn't
to your
anything
work?
serious, just some guy I know. But it was a nice date.
You said you weren't interested
Different to what I'm used to.
What? You said.
It was very traditional, old-fashioned, you know. Dinner at a nice restaurant. Then we went for a little walk along the pier. Held hands, had a bit of a kiss. Then he called a cab, and I went home, alone. I think it was about 11 when I left Max. I'm sure you could check with the taxi company if you really wanted to. If you think I need an alibi.
Do you need an alibi? That was very pointed.
Yes, I had a session with Dr. Dekker on Valentine's Day. 3 o'clock, I think. Just a few hours later, he was... I still can't get over it.
You work with death a lot, but I guess it's very different.
I can sense it, you know? It's like when you're outside and there's a sudden change in the light or the air feels different and you know it's going to rain. It's like that. I always know when one of my patients is fading, even before the doctors know.
Damn.
Their energy changes. It sounds silly when I put it into words. I sound like my mum.
Why do you sound like your mom? Let's hear more about Max. Who does he date with?
His name is Max.
Yeah.
He's really sweet, but I don't see a future between us. He's not really my type.
What's your type? You know, sort of a 80-foot tall, tentacle, aquatic.
I guess, let's see.
What is your type?
I don't know. Sorry.
Oh, I guess you just know someone isn't then. Sure.
I've known Max a couple of years, but this is the first time we've been on a date. I don't think he's boyfriend material.
But you just told us how awesome your date was with him.
Of course it was Terry that accused me of stealing. One of the other nurses. She's actually trying to make out that I'm some kind of HSK. Healthcare serial killer. You know, like those nurses that kill loads of their patients. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
I have.
Anyway,
I never heard the abbreviation.
Because a few of my patients have died on me, and some of those patients have given me gifts. Terry thinks it means that I've been killing them off. Dr. Dekker seemed fine on Valentine's Day. He seemed to be in a good mood. It didn't seem like anything was bothering him.
Okay. It is 11:11. Everyone make a wish.
We have one... Oh, look who's here.
Yeah, Jaya. She asked if we could fit her in today.
Yeah, but I don't know when she popped up on our list.
I don't know.
Maybe
either.
after she came
interviewed,
in and
yeah, like a solicitor. So we could probably do one more, or leave it here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and... Is this game gonna save our progress here?
I assume everything does.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we'll go ahead and end this here. So I do want to weigh in real quick as far as FMV games go. First of all, this is already way the hell better than The Bunker.
Yeah, it's already better than The Bunker.
You know, so this definitely kind of took some inspiration from Her Story. And Her Story is incredible.
Incredible.
But this game's narrative is really intriguing. I like this idea of, like, these
doctor
who seems to be kind of creepily spreading madness / and or giving people weird, creepy superpowers.
Yeah.
It's engaging, and I'm really fascinated to see where it's going. I think that there's a lot of potential here, and I don't really make that claim about The Bunker. So this is like seeing this studio like have used their first couple like those previous two games to kind of feel out their footing, and then everything I've read about their second game, by the way, is that it's worse than The Bunker. So I haven't gotten it, but I've, you know, in spite of kind of like having my eye on it, but this just came out and is such a cut above both of those already, and I'm really fascinated. I mean, obviously, you know, when we when there's the big reveal, it's like what's going on, it may or may not fully pay off, but
I wanted to know like what the trajectory of this game is, because Her Story you just kind of play until you think you know what happened.
Yeah, well, and there's no real ending, whereas this definitely has been cut into an act structure, which makes it a little frustrating because it definitely seems to wall off what questions you can ask different people at different times. But I do understand why it's doing this. It definitely kind of turned it into a far more linear experience.
Yeah. Because the other game that this is very similar to, Event Zero, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah, that game is shocking at how well it can adapt and answer your questions. It really feels like you're speaking with an AI. Mark Brown has a great episode of Game Maker's Toolkit about it.
But I do think that this company probably has much more production-wise. This game's budget would be surprisingly cheap, to make, and they probably only needed each actor in for like just a day or two of filming.
Yeah.
And like, you know, this seems like just such an interesting project to have worked on. It seems to be kind of going in a really fascinating direction. There's a whole lot about this. I'm interested how much of the camera moving around is post-production.
Yeah.
It's possible they did actually have several cameras and camera operators there, so they set a shot off to the side and just kind of get that for pieces of the responses, or even just a bunch of stationary cameras that they jump between. But yeah, it's a really kind of intriguing setup. I am really looking forward to playing more of this.
You haven't checked. Let's see how this goes.
So, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and Stephen, thank you for your witty responses. Channeling Australians cracked me up.
We'll see you guys later.
Sorry for the streaming issues. Bye.